trying out some new lighting. So I am pretty much blind, but found some tackle on the East Bridge. I wish I got a video of salvaging it. It was on the side, it got stuck on a ledge. And Code Block found this strand, which will make some great necklaces. And I just realized coral snakes are banded, so I could recreate that pretty easily with beads. Just a strand of beads. So red, black, yellow. But ain't that nice? And some really nice green. Before I went to get the poles, I found this sticking out of one of those PVC pipe reciprocals, and it had a piece of squid still on it, so I just had this in the water. I couldn't get very deep, so not even the little sergeant majors were pecking at it. But it was pretty funny. I do want to free line one day. I'm not sure if that's what that is, but maybe we've been fishing for centuries, millennia, I'm assuming, to fish in a variety of styles is kind of the goal. And looking back to the past, I mean, I don't know why I keep showing this. Anyway, I'm gonna put this away. This string's so dang pretty. Green. And it looks just like the outgoing tide green. And the hooks that I'm decorating right now, didn't get a chance to test one. And I think I have a little bit of a cold too. I don't know how that happened. I haven't gotten up in probably years. But not bragging, just I eat off the ground a lot. But these are the ones that I might have to flip it around for you to really see them. And I must say, I'm quite proud of them. And Coag actually just got back from Scotland, and check this out. Real handmade flies from Scotland. And if you look closely, here, actually, let's go to the test program. You'll be able to see it much better. The currency in sterling is quite nice too. Still like not at all organized in here, but anywho. Let's see. Well, I hate flipping it around. That was, yeah, but I got this far on this one. I'm just gonna be adding some more iridescent to the bottom. Hello, Fairside, this story, it's Renee. Good afternoon indeed. And check this. I happen to find, I think, the perfect sunglasses for UV medicine for now. Until I get the yellow ones. Because it doesn't affect, for some reason, sunglasses and my eyes do not get along. I have, don't know why. And these end up being perfect because it doesn't mess with, I just look through the dark part when the light's on. And here's the other one. Finally gave the orange a go. And for that I'm just using mica powder. It was a couple of bucks and you get every color. As you can see, I found this under my parents' house. But every color. And got some good old Martha Stewart glitters. And hello Mustang. And I was even thinking this is a crucifix mold, right? Get a bigger hook than this and putting it in the mold. I think that would be so intense. But larger hook. I also found this hook and it's brand new. It's quite nice. I don't have any of that size. But anyway, long story short, not story. I don't know what I'm saying. Good morning. Check that. Trying not to It's a mouse. Ooh. I have mica all over my hands. I was highly impressed. I'm not the most experienced with flies. I appreciate them and I love looking at them. And I've watched many fly time videos. Look at those. Incredible. There's a lot of the knots and techniques really valuable for jewelry making or any form of handcrafts. And like, as far as I can tell, the fly tyers have been using UV resin for a hot minute. That's so nice. I'm sure to get this. And this one's my favorite. And it's a double hook. The coloring is great. I wonder what they used to do the heads. Like maybe, I don't know. And look how tiny. So eventually, I want to try to make some mosquitoes and a frog. And I believe, is that supposed to be a hedgehog? These would have been used in Scotland, so I'm trying to think of like what that can be. Hello Cooper, hello Jason. These are pretty dang incredible to sift through, and I haven't even gone through these yet. I really want to give fly fishing a go. Oh, the streamers is so simple. And what a treat. And I have made handmade jewelry and stuff like that, little handmade goods for pretty much my whole life. So I think this is a pretty natural transition. And so I'm gonna try also to make some based off of these. Let me zoom in. Because I have tons of different threads and craft supplies. I never knew how to get the knots to stay. And I don't have like the finishing stuff, but I do have UV resin. And I'm scrolling shorts. I can't help but watch the fly tying videos. They're very mesmerizing. And I love how like half the comments are like, I don't fish, but I can't stop watching this, because it is. It's really, look at these fish. And this one's like a proper, and I think I could do that with the UV resin. Let me get it in the lights. Yeah, I think I could do that. Or at least something similar. I like that. It looks like a proper massive mosquito. I believe over there the comparable would be midges. Which I've only really heard that in like songs. Midges dancing upon the lake. What song is that? Oh yeah, Storm and Thunder. Oh my god, this song is intense. And the money is just fantastic. £5. I can't wait to use this one day to get Iron Brew taffy sticks. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're like essentially Laffy, or no, yeah, I don't know. Airheads. But they're really something. And it's like I'm gonna have to take this over here anyway. Made two so far, and I tried to leave some of the some of the feathers, but it didn't really work out. So they're just sticking out a little bit. But I think it's one without the exposed feathers. And I don't have eyes or anything, but I have a bunch of different glitter shapes and sizes. And so I used one of those white ones and like a smaller one. And you can see the glitter is, I think, perfect for tackle. And I've had it for so long and I never used it so much. And I was thinking, that's perfect. And I have a bunch of little bits from my regular resin work, but thinking this also tied around. When I went to the tackle shop the other day, they had a lot more for making tackle, and I saw a lot of copper. And I don't really make jewelry anymore. I have not, but Cobalt actually brought 2 reels back too, so gonna try for the first time. And there's a huge preserve that might have the perfect spot. It's called shoot, I always forget what it's called, but they have stocked ponds, and how you have to kind of wait till rainy season. So I'm thinking that's gonna be perfect because it's not like a high bank you're standing on. You're pretty much at level. It's swamp. And a lot of panfish, but there's your proper bass. I haven't even done much freshwater fishing. I think I've gone twice, and both times were within the month. But it was really nice caught a bream, and really like neat looking fish. I know they're pretty identical to the other. I guess they're referred to as panfish, but I kept hooking turtles, so I really want to get a spot that I could at least see a little more. There is a preserve called Grassy Waters, but it's catch and release only, which that's beautiful, especially when learning, because could ID some ton of fish. A lot of the identification books and field guides are watercolor paintings. Beautiful watercolor paintings, but sometimes I'm not sure in the color. And really? Well, I'm just gonna use this on a hook then. That's crazy. It appeared so fast. I got too spoiled. Because this stuff is my favorite toxic substance. When it's cured, it's just inert plastic. I don't know, I'm saying it so much. But, I don't know. Y'all are well aware of how toxic resin is. And I used to make a ton of jewelry out of it. I kind of stopped that. But I was making, like, tables full. Thankfully I never got a light that was, like, super powerful. But I still have all the stuff, and I have a few bottles of this. And, I really want to put it to it. And I'm not going to be doing this like every day, so I'm thinking also to try to make really simple ones, because I could just do a tray and put it outside. The sun really cures it fast. And I really want a haircut. I was thinking about that today. So I had a really really great time this weekend, that's all I can say. Even though I somehow picked up a cold, but I had to eat more meat or something. So the structure said sold. This light is not doing anything. It's just so dark in this corner. But anywho, the structure said sold, and so I just threw another message back, because I also just wanted to meet the people that live there. It's one of my favorite things there. every time I pass it, I'm like, God, that's my dream home. And variations of that statement. And so I sent another message. I'm like, I know it's sold, but like, if y'all are still there, can I see it? And also ask some questions, like, how is it living docked, and in storms, and all that. They've been living on it for 2 years. It's been there for much longer. 2-story, gorgeous structure, and you don't feel it moving inside, and at all. There's a couch, a TV. It's just a home, and dude was so chill, and can't wait to can't wait to go back, because like everyone on that structure was a trip and a half in the greatest way possible. All very nice, and just like, you know, they have the best stories, and hopefully they'll be neighbors sooner than later, because that area is really perfect. And the inland's right there, Peanut Island's right there. Right now, docking is like kind of in the air, but there's so many different spots you could just bounce back and forth. Really trying to integrate fully onto water, and there's just so much out there, and it just kind of makes more sense. You live once that you know of. I mean, I don't know about you. I live once that I know of, and that's always pretty much been my driving force in life, as far as like decisions and stuff. That's this one. And the area is where I'm trying to find work to begin with, as well as volunteer work, because as far as I can tell, it's not like coral is planted on the regular down at Phil Foster, and I'm more than happy to do so. And I really want to learn the different species. It's been difficult at being shore. Under the bridges is where it's at. The dive trail itself is pretty barren, unfortunately, during the off tides, when it's not full of divers. That's when the people come to fill up for aquariums. And you see so much. If you look really closely in the sand, oops. If you that is so precarious. If you look really closely in the sand, you'll see aquarium gravel. Neon pink and green and blue. You got the smallest drop of UV resin. But, yeah. And that's how we have the lionfish, which are alive and well. It's very hard to get a call back, because I either got a call back on both who's calling to see about permits for lionfish, or who is tasked with that, because I'd love to like observe and watch it, the process and workflow of that, but they're delicious fish, and it's, gosh, millions of people swim through that area a year. It's quite, it's surprising how big of a deal it is. Blue Heron Bridge in Riviera Beach, Florida. Like, it passes right under the nose of the locals. If you go, you have to hit the bridges. The east or the huge one. That's where it's at. And a lot of nature, a lot of flora, I think. I don't know what you would consider that, but so much color, so much life. Things pop up from day to day that you haven't seen before. And because it's the ocean, it's just a constantly shifting landscape. and it's surreal. And during the high tide, it's the most tranquil, send out turquoise blue. It's really nice. I believe they even have they call them blue spaces. I don't know if it's just the water, but it's like a good thing. Blue spaces. It's getting a little stir crazy out here, however, I'm quite excited for the winter, surprisingly, because in my mind that's a great time for inland Florida, which there is a lot of really cool stuff out here, but during the summer the mosquitoes just chase you back in the house almost immediately. I consider myself, I wouldn't say like tough or like invincible, but like I consider myself at least a little used to mosquitoes. These, and it's weird, I haven't seen any larvae or anything at all. And I actually look for it on a daily basis because that's what I feed my fish. I wonder if they would eat shrimp. Like if I grounded up shrimp. They're gambusia. They're just from the canal. Had a spare, well not a spare fish tank. Acquired a fish tank to try to get into electroforming, which I still want to do that, but I have only one thing of battery acid and I can't get it open for the life of me. The bottle's defective. I'm not even kidding. A few people tried to open it with no luck, and it was the last one on the shelf. Quite satisfying. When I make bigger layers, I could always cut that up. I don't know. I try to put every little bit of resin to use. And I know things are subjective, but at least try to make it like, I don't know. Either to preserve, like how I use it, because it's, what is that called? Quite a controversial craft supply, but I used to get store returns, but I really like Mr. Resin, so now I just get it regular. But trying to use it like in objects and stuff, and not like go overboard, because the store returns are really affordable. I love working with the stuff too. I wish it wasn't as volatile. Not volatile, but you know, the fumes are really, really brutal. And oh, I should be wearing a mask. I have a fan circulating air. I already talk, I think, kind of low, so when I wear a mask on camera, it completely eradicates any volume projecting. Just making a few in here. And I'm still kind of like not sure how. I want to do the eyes a little differently, and I don't think I have an in between, but I have this stuff, which I'm honestly avoiding using because it takes so long to dry. So what I was thinking is wax paper, or this. I have another one of these silicone mats. So I'll make the eyes on the silicone thing and not make them directly on the water because it takes forever to dry. And that way I could just have the mat sitting aside drying. Pull that up right here. using something rigid, like a tray. I have a tray. Painting. I don't see why not. I just have to get some tape now. It's the easiest way to clean these mats is just packing tape, any tape, and you just stick it. It gets all the debris off. I don't know why. I remember having such a good time with this as a young human, but I have not that same time now. It's a huge pain, and it always looks great until I touch it one more time, and then it's all, and I can't, and then last time I was trying to do a whole skirt, and my cat jumped on her. Rest in paradise, so I guess I don't have to worry about that, but depression, and, did you see where I put a little bag of bottles of glue? Oh, oh, Sienna. Yeah, I can't imagine. So I used to do like art shows and like craft fairs. And that was always really satisfying. Even people taking pictures of it. Because, you know, sometimes it's just as satisfying like telling someone I made something rather than like selling it to them, or like them taking pictures. I don't know, but I can't wait to catch a fish with something that my little, well, not little, but my hands make. And every year I decorate hooks, but they're not really like, ooh, I should grab them. Because I decorate hooks with rhinestones and wire and stuff like that and feathers, just like quickly. It's a thought that counts in this thing, and so I could probably just put resin on top of the stuff though to keep it from falling off, because it's just it will just fall off when you're being tugged around. Yeah, no, I need a fly tying kit. And I saw one that was actually not bad. Amazon, unfortunately. Can't beat Amazon. I had the biggest argument with an Amazon employee yesterday, and it's like, I always feel bad, and like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Amazon. Because, it's so difficult to keep it cool. Where did it go? There was one that was perfect, because the main tools, I was trying to make them. Yeah, that's it. It looks like a little surgeon's kit or something. But that's it. Just really need that thread spinner. Wanted one of those thread spinners for a long time. What a brilliant little thing. And the things, it's so brilliant. And you just put a spool on it. I have so much string, which probably isn't like the proper stuff to use, but it'll be perfect for practicing. And I still make jewelry just for, like for gifts, stuff like that. I still want something specific. I just don't want to make a bunch of stuff that's gonna sit around or end up like in a pile, because jewelry making is probably at the most popular it's ever been, which I'm not complaining. It makes it really easy to discover new materials and new things to mess with and stuff, but definitely my focus is elsewhere, and one of my biggest like complaints of myself would be too many interests. Never seem to get anything finished, but it's like all crafts, so different craft things. And I cackled once because I saw like a skit where they don't like have collections, they collected collections or collected crafts. I don't know. I forgot. I laughed like a crazy person. Because that's kind of what ended up happened. Just started hoarding craft supplies, and then had no room to work or draw or anything like that. So kind of funneled all my interests into one thing that I deemed to be not only useful for myself but useful for those around me, which is of course fishing, because the state of food in today's like Publix, for instance, is the constant example I give. The Publix at my parents' house has cobia from Florida, but it's not like affordable, and I mean it's affordable, but like I don't want to eat like one good meal a week and like the rest is like filler, because that's what I could afford, and want to have clean, whole, nutrient-dense food like any other person. And so I live on the Atlantic coast here in Southeast Florida, and the Gulf Stream comes right up to us, and we have quite a decent selection in our oceans and waterways, and like too much. Within last week had white grunt, yellowfin mojara, which are two unregulated fish. A lot of people aren't too keen on them, but they're fine. I thought they were quite good. And schoolmaster snapper. Small snapper. It's a small variety, but is variety the right? I'm not sure. But delicious. Delicious. Just salt and pepper. That's it. Because I wanted it to taste exactly what each fish tasted like. Nothing. No even seasoning. It's just salt and pepper. And like seasoning makes me really good. Sweet and like nutty. it's really good. And I've had snapper plenty, but and I've had snapper that my dad's caught plenty, but something that just pulled up at like favorite swimming spot is quite nice. And grew up fishing with my dad, and fished through my 20s like pretty extensively on my own, but didn't really take it too seriously. It was very, very very recreational, and trying to go from recreational to food time, full time. Very hungry, but there's so much down there. Got my lobster permit. Just have to find a spot, and also got crab trap license. Both are good for a year. And the crab trap is pretty sweet because the blue crabs are just everywhere here, and when they're molt, that's soft shell crab, and that's what I've been wanting to try for years now. But I'm a little jaded because it seems like the dookier the water, the more the blue crabs like it, which, you know, they know what they like. I could respect that. So I never knew like where to get blue crab from restaurants, because I didn't know where the blue crabs were coming from. And it's like my secret little abandoned tennis court, hundreds of thousands, and the water is really bad. I can't even think of anything silly to say. It's just doo-doo brown. You plug your nose. It's rough. Because right down the street there's the Lake Worth sewage? I'm not sure what you would say. I'm kind of like hesitating about the Reza. I feel like this light is going to cure it. I'm not sure if that's ridiculous or not. Maybe I should just give up on the light. Well, that's the great thing about this. It takes such a small drop of resin to make a few hooks. And this glitter is just super fine holographic. And I got on eBay. However, now stuff is super easy to find, and oh shoot, I always forget the name of the company. I don't want to say it. Solar Dust. Solar something, and they make thermal glitters and micas, and like this flake stuff that like you brush on, and it's like smooth, like almost like gold, not flakes, leafing. It's really confusing how it works, but very satisfying to watch. I haven't tried any of it yet myself, but Solar Dust Company. I want to say it's that. Like it's just I actually might be getting a bunch of plants. A friend is moving out of Florida, and started slowly rethinking the setup that I was currently, because currently there's no irrigation. There are rain barrels. However, I go through this really quick. I'm really efficient at potting plants. I use on the bottom the thatching from palm trees, and on the sides the ripped up coconuts, the husks. And I try to do as much as I can to keep moisture in the pot, and then I use wood chips on top, mulching the pots, because it dries out. If I don't do all that, I have to water the pots once or twice a day, which on rain barrels just isn't possible. And now though, all of the other trees, the mulberry trees, the southern hibiscus is super, I can't believe how fast that grew. And I don't know really what it's called, because when I look up southern hibiscus, it doesn't come up. And it has like pinkish in the morning flowers, and then it turns to orange, and then it turns to yellow. And brilliant by cutting, so those are always available cuttings. And I just got a small cutting from the neighbor, and it took off. Like, it's over 10 feet within a year. And when it's in shade, the leaves are variegated, and when it's in full sun, the leaves are solid, and they're like heart-shaped leaves. Really nice tree. And don't know much about it though, because I really can't find anything online. I haven't yet tried lens though, to be fair. And on top of that, shoot, what was I doing? I might as well make a few of the same ones. And hopefully next time I'm in Lake Worth, I remember to grab moringa seeds, because my original nursery lineup, if you will, was just like whatever propagated from whatever growing here. Because whatever I grow, I try to like make as many as possible. And the reason why I'm trying to get on it again is my parents are in desperate need of plants for their front yard. And moringa and mulberry were the two plants I was most focused on. Both for their ease of growing. I enjoy both trees extensively. Moringa is said to be the most nutritious tree in the world. So it's got a lot going for it. And it grows really well here. It grows like a weed here. And the seeds taste like stale popcorn, but are very good for you. And the mulberry, ooh, two varieties, but I don't know why I never found any more. The one is Wakisa, and it took a few years to fruit, but it grows super, super tall, super quick, so it's perfect for shade. But in the winter it loses its leaves, so it looks a little eerie. Down here it does. I'm not sure if it does so up north or if it likes different climates. I got it on eBay. And it's a 6-inch cutting, and now it's like 30 or 40 feet. And straight up, a bunch of like thin branches going straight up. The mulberries themselves are not as long as like the, oh, I forgot what they're called. Not as long as the long mulberries, but they're not as short or chubby as the Everbearing, which I call the 222 mulberry only because it's from the back of my grandparents' house. Both since passed and the house sold, but the tree was still there. And I have 9 full-grown trees from it, and that's where the cuttings come from. And the tall ones with Wakisa, and really deep, really nice leaves. And what else is there? I haven't checked the name tree in a second. I haven't. It's overwhelming. It really is. Because it doesn't rain when you need it to, and when it does, keep a lot of the Spanish needle, and that's very reactive towards rain. Oh my lord. And yeah, but the fish, all the leftovers of the fish is turned into fish emulsion. Hasn't been yet. It's just being frozen for now. Hello, Spencer. Happy day to you indeed. And the dragon fruit that was sent is doing incredibly, and very thankful for that. Still have to make a proper setup for it, which it's already there, just waiting for them to get a little bulkier so they could be in ground, like all by the golden sun. And one within a few weeks was flowering. The flower dropped, but still, that's the closest I've ever seen. Finally had a pretty decent dragon fruit, but the pine tree that it was on got hit by lightning. It was dead anyway, and was an issue. Very scary. I actually fell off a pine tree, which, you know, I'm from the coast. I don't understand. The pine trees, the branch that I have a yoga trapeze thing. That's in this bag. There's like, it's pretty much a small hammock of sorts, and you could do stretches and stuff on it, or just sit in it. And it's on this meaty monster of a pine branch, and it was green. It had like green needles on it. Well, I finally got both legs in it like this, and the whole branch fell. That's the only time truly where life went in slow motion, and I like pushed like the bridge at this point like is falling faster than me, and like I was able to see it with my face or my eyes and push myself out. I did not get crushed somehow, and because I was like in the yoga trapeze thing. Traumatizing experience. I no longer trust pine trees. and like one of my legs got out of the yoga trapeze, and I was so afraid to look down. It took a few minutes to look down because I didn't know if my leg was gonna be broken or not, but from months of like swinging on it and dragging your feet on the soil, there was a huge like channel, and I didn't even get a scratch. So I still don't trust those swing trees. I definitely have to get a better work. My turnout rate for these is quite slow. And it's probably not the most informational video. Haven't been around in a few days, so I need to hop on. Definitely have a cold of sorts. I can feel it. There's a cold in my brow. I don't want to go home right now. Down a little bit. It's quite hot from here. Oh. Weird. I try not to look at myself in the you know. I think anybody it's like when you hear yourself on a voicemail or a recording. So after I hit like conclude stream or however the verbiage is, I never see these streams ever again. Every now and then I will go back to look at comments, but I have to wait 24 hours because it doesn't sync up and put them up. The hook voices. So my slight idea, I don't know where I put them. Okay. I'm just gonna use this. I don't have any vices. I'm just gonna use this and like just attach it to something. Because this could hold a hook and then you could just like, you know, turn it easy. But I can't get it open for the life of me. It's very awkward to try, so I'm pretty sure I'm doing it wrong. It just bends. Ow! Oh. That could have been way worse. There's no way I'm getting that anyway. Gears. Just don't understand how you're supposed to get a handle on it. But I could have, like, strapped it to that. I haven't added any to this, but I think it's because I'm slightly attached to its shape as it currently is. Get that clean. I'll just add some. Oh, I need more cups. I was using these for now. And then, if I do try to make packs to give off, I will get some new hooks to ensure that they are not stainless. Which I don't think these are. They rust very quick. Just put them in a bag of shells to see, because then I have salt water on them. And I like making things that last, but in this case, no. Actually, really want to maybe even get food safe resin, or is it just not much different? I didn't know there's only one there. Maybe I will throw on a mask. You need one of those vice things, because the resin does migrate only for a few seconds, because there's like a point in between the curing and where it almost gets a little bit more liquidy, and then it starts curing. And the vice can keep it spinning so it evens itself out. Or at least it's a little easier to move. Do these help at all? I just remember the dentists have orange glasses. Found these on the side of the road. Well, not the side, but like the center of the road. I don't know if it helps at all. I do have sunglasses. They're just so dang dark that I can't see a thing. Hook place. I didn't know they were like that. That's really affordable. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Ooh, my voice hurts a little bit. I haven't had a cold in so long. Like, not even during the whole shit show. God, I like that a lot. That's it so far. Flip it. I mean, the shape is a little gnarly, but see how the orange is kind of going inside of it. I'm gonna get better, I promise, on the resin, because, like, the stomach goes out like a little chub, but for this specific little design here, that's perfect. But it has been hard getting it to, like building it, because I'm doing it essentially drop by drop. It's just, like, something to get used to. Put them on this side. Maybe curl it upside down. Yeah, hopefully this would make this almost like a dream come true. Because it'll help the resin stick. But oh, so I got yet another old Zepco reading. I know people have their opinions, but you know, so do I. This is a 33 SP, so it's a 33, I guess, spinner. And, like, it's so smooth. Like, it was just, yeah. So, the ladies, GX2, the Ugly Stick GX2 is on sale for $24. And it's going to be ideal for this. And it'll fit on the backpack, because the backpack did come in the mail. And very excited to, because before, I don't really have any backpacks that's large enough to carry a bunch of gear and have everything that I could possibly need on me at once. So I have to carry multiple bags. Let me just scrape it up. Because it's all set, genuinely ready. Okay. Yeah. So, everything is in here that I could possibly need. And pretty soon a cast net will be in here indeed. And, got a little net for crabs, bait, and everything possible. And I just very simply got the just casting backpack, the large one, because I do tend to carry a lot of stuff. And It's pretty brilliant. It's a little tedious on the back, so I'm going to keep the small kit with me. And because when you grab one of these out, it kind of deflates. So and everything in here, hooks, and swivels and weights and other things. I might have a little jewelry making kit on me too, and just got a Cast King like kit, just knife and pliers for ease. And I don't have to think about it. And have some rope and stuff in here. And multi-tool, gloves, even an umbrella. A very nice German man gave me this. And bathing suit. And a bag just in case. 40-pound leader, 25 and 30-pound leader. A hairbrush. This for chum. I use old fishnet stockings to make chum now, I guess. So that's for that. Works perfectly. Sabiki. I was trying to get a few uses out of them. And this just a. They have these at Walmart for 50 cents. I'm guessing they're for crayons. But perfect for rigs if you're switching it up out there and you don't want to toss it or snag it or anything like that. Got a lobster license, a copy of it, and this little cheat sheet. It's a diving card, but you end up pulling, anyway. A bunch of sabikis in here. Flannel, and to keep warm. Fly knife that it didn't have the best reviews, but I sharpened it, and it's perfect for what I'm using for. Eventually, I'll get a better quality fly knife for food, but this is perfect for out and about. Underwater light, which is I think one of the most useful things in here. Look how bright that is. It gets really hot unless you're swimming with it, so it's for underwater. This is for sheep's head to get barnacles, for chumming with barnacles. And some rope, just in case. Hemostats for those big, long, toothy mouths to get the hooks out. A mirror. Scissors that came with the kit. Knife sharpener. Very important if you plan to go for lobster, you have to swim with one of these. They're $1 at Tuppence. Multi-tool. This took multiple bags to hold everything I need, because I do like having just about anything that could possibly be necessary. I don't have my first aid kit in here yet, but I'm trying to recreate it for fishing, because I don't think I need anything much more than gauze, so I'm just going to get a few bowls of gauze in here, and alcohol. Towel, and there's more towels in here. It works really well. Really sturdy feeling. Tissues. And here, this comes out. Yeah. This comes out as a cup holder, which I'll probably be using for shells, but pretty neat. I really like it. I do want to grab one of the smaller ones that goes on your side. but I can't complain. And the Ladies GX2, the Ladies GX2, it's pink, it's black and pink. We'll go here. And it's also got a catfish pull coming, so I thank you Cold Block for that, because there was one left on Amazon, and just it originally was gonna put the 33 reel on that, but gonna put that on the jigs too. And I have a few ugly sticks, but they're affordable, they look great, and they're really affordable. And like, whoa. I mean, some of the pulls at Tuppence are straight up works of art, and I don't know why they're not behind glass. It's wild. You'll be like, oh wow, this pull's only $60. Then you like go like a few pulls down, and it's like $699. No, maybe not that expensive, but beautiful, beautiful rods there. It's jam packed with. If you're ever in Palm Beach County, Tuppence is a good spot to check out. And I don't remember what the bait shop off Blue Heron was, but it's the one that has bars around the whole building. It is about 5 times larger than you would have ever assumed, based on the outside. And they have live bait and bonito chunks, which is really hard to find, and live shrimp, and sea fleas, sand fleas, and tons of stuff. They have reels that were bigger than my head, which I've never really seen in person. But I'm really ready. And Peanut Island, like that's a little cooler. It will be nice to camp out there. So the next thing I'm trying to find is a tent cot tent, and just stay elevated, because then it would be good for like the swamps and stuff like that. And but $6 to camp overnight, and you can wake up and fish. It's really nice, because the spot that I really want to fish is in between Peanut Island and like Sailfish Marina, and it's like right at the mouth of the inlet. It's just a really good spot, so I really want to find a houseboat for rent, because I'm really focused on getting my dad's boat back in the water, which is a 21-foot aqua sport, no cabin, nothing like that. You can just pop a tent in the front, air mattress, and which probably counts as a PFD, would it? I don't know. No, probably not. Air mattress. It would be pretty sweet though to just float on that out there. It's such a, it's an area that's hard to describe because it's so casual. Like you could jump off the bridge, not the big bridge. Do not break your back or rip your shoulder out of it. My dad's friend is like lifted his arms up just at the wrong time, and his arm went back and his shoulder ripped out of place. And they had to pop it back in, but before they did that, he had to swim all the way back to shore. And swimming against the current there, good luck. And like right by the mouth of the inlet, intense current. It's like a river. And we made it to the houseboat. It was really hard because I actually paddled both Kavlak and I there, because more the merrier. It was such a treat of an experience. And didn't want to go, like, because how would I have even described how magical that was? And on the second floor, though, you could see how fast the current was going. And I didn't even rig up the paddleboard that good. But there's the bridge and the boat slip. You have to kind of haul ass to get past. And then the sandbar. Then after that, the current is just like way stronger because the inlet is right there, and hard to explain. It was just really exciting. So hopefully they're not selling. See, I was like, shoot, it's a little sadness, or shoot, like might not want to rent to buy or whatever, but the best like possibility would be like them keeping it such incredible human beings and like make amazing neighbors. So like please stay. And I hope the city doesn't continue to screw with them, because they always take a good thing and just sour it until someone gives up. And hope that doesn't happen. And so like I want to figure out what the exact rules are in that area to begin with, because that seems pretty good for me. Like, and I'm sure if with luck could get internet out there and programmer, and I think it's a perfect place to live, because you don't have to worry about food or shelter, because you're on a shelter and a vehicle. You can move if you have to, and yeah. Do you know C. Kyle? C. Kyle. God damn it, I knew it. When I said it, I knew it. But benefit of the doubt, he still exists. God damn it. I'm too hungry, alright? Oh, but yeah, how this is coming out. I enjoy it so much that I can't bring myself to put eyes on it in case I mess up. I just really like the orange going further into kind of like its stomach. I can't get it to. Oh, I can't believe it. Threw me so off guard. I feel like I have to call my mom. Like the camera angle does not do it. So hit the top of it before it's fully cured, because now it's half cured. So you know what? No. You know nothing's permanent in this life. Get gone. Alright. I'm just gonna start that one from. create a thunder? Probably not. I do want to start having like guests because I felt like there were a lot of interest in my personal life, and that's because I just there's a lot out there to mess with, but every single human has like insane shit happening in their life and things that they can do and create, and so the more the merrier. It's pretty much the extent of my social life, unless they're up here. Sorry to get so quiet. The thunder is really nice. And, it's not like I'm saying a philosophical tangent anyway. Don't forget. I think I am going to call my mom. And, yeah. But before that, I will show you how precious this little blob is. Not blob. I think that's probably trademarked. But this is inspired by the blob. And before I go, I will link the video. So I wanted to make an orange one, and then when I was flowing through shorts, oh, look at that. Oh, that's closer than I've seen it in real life. Did not think the zoom would be that effective, honestly. I really like it. Well, it's just 2 pieces of glitter. Yeah, it's kind of like its stomach. He's been eating shrimps. Quiet look. Okay. I really like this one. I just need some body on the front top. Oh, I forgot. I could ask Kulok if they could use his mics. Mic. One for the front, one for... No. Mesmerizing little eyes. It's just that white with the purpley color. I'm gonna try to get some black glitter. I do want to see how the puffy pink works out, but for that, I'm probably gonna turn on a good old deep sea mystery documentary. Which, really into oil rigs right now. Fell asleep to one the other day. No. Well, I was towing the oil rig, which I wonder if there's any movies like horror films based on oil rigs. Let me see. Something I keep falling back on. I like movies sometimes, you know. It's just they take up so much time. That's why. And things they overthink. These fucking weirdos. Oil rigs. What a treat it would be to go and like see one in person. I'm not sure how I would do after like a week. So much respect. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, there is. Deepwater Horizon. Let's see. Pioneer. Norwegian thriller presented in the Toronto Film Festival in 2013. Peter is a professional diver based on an offshore platform in the North Sea during the Norwegian oil boom. Peter suffers a tragic accident during the immersion whilst cooperating with the U.S. to place the first oil ducts in the North Sea. That sounds it. And Sector 7? The Eclipse is an offshore oil platform in Sector 7, a drilling field south of Jeju Island. Science fiction thriller. Shortly after commencing operations, members of the crew start to appear one by one, brutally mutilated. A creature from the seas has infiltrated through the perforating ducts, determined to feed on each and every one of the remaining crew. Thunder Bay. Wow, 1946. Ooh. I was in Louisiana. Louisiana is one of my number one places in this. I say that about a lot of places, just because every inch of this planet is pretty dope. Two adventurers arrive in Louisiana in 1946 with the intention to find offshore petrol. They soon set up an offshore oil prospection company and start construction, finding the opposition of local fishermen and hazards such as hurricanes and sabotage. Oh, that one sounds actually very good too. I don't know why I said actually, because it just sounded good. The Rig, 2010. During one of the worst tropical storms recalled, a creature whose undersea habitat has been invaded by the operations of an offshore oil platform will attack the... I messed up reading that, so I'm just going to... Deep Sea Monster Oil Rig. Whoa. Well, the first few sounded really good. A lot of pretty much just like deep sea monsters, which is nice. But yeah, starting to hunger ramble. And I don't think the resin fumes are helping. But I hope y'all have a beautiful day. And whoa, it's been an hour and 24 seconds. Right on. Yes. I have to fix my sweater. It's falling apart. Nice little rain. It's a little Florida rain. Oh, there's the bucket. Yeah, it was in the rain barrel. That used to have mustard in it. That's my two. Wait, what? Seeding reborn. Oh, yeah, we should watch that one. And there is another one on the list of a lady that's stuck in a deeply religious Scottish fishing village. That's what I copied and pasted. I was gonna send you it. Of course. Anywho, there's all the stuff I made. It's cool. I'm just like going through everything right now. This is all scrap metal. The brass is from an old mirror. Sterling is from whatever I could find. And this is copper and sterling. And it's literally just with a blowtorch and hammers. I didn't really have anything. I did have some stones. I freaking broke this one. I didn't break it, but I chipped the edges. It was really nice, in my opinion. When it's all, how do you say? How do you say it? When I use steel wool on it. I also cut my finger open on fishing line. I got stuck on a rock and I just didn't pay attention for a half a second and pulled the string a little too hard. Totally forgetting that I was just in the rain and water and my skin was like not as tough as it would have been. I don't know. My finger just ripped right open. Anyway, happy trails. I'm gonna eat some food, so get my wits about me. And check messages, because I'm really bad at doing that. And definitely trying to figure out what the best, like, central place is, because my Facebook messages, I don't know why they make it so difficult to switch back and forth. Because I have my page, like, linked to my regular Facebook, but it doesn't show me the messages unless I go all the way on the other side. Oh yeah, I have to show this. Okay. So this is why it's not. Go look if you're still here. See, it's already bent, so that little bit of a nick just, like, exploded it. But it was only $10 for a new one. And a reattachment. Anyway. Happy trails, hope y'all have a beautiful day. I'll probably be back because the last video's been very under the weather, but kind of, like, not enjoying it, but, you know, welcoming the experience. It's been a minute since I get to stay in bed all day, being like, oh no, I must sweat it out. I must not leave this place. So, anyway. Happy trails. Oh yeah. One of the collages I made forever ago. Keep meaning to make more. Best use of magazines, that's for sure. A bunch of stuff. I have too much stuff. Our storage units were easier. Get it going. Happy trails. Yeah. I'm here. The easternmost point of Florida. Happy trails.